I understand that over a number of years and at the early outset of Orion, because we've been over the details, I've experienced it, we can talk about that. You basically said to the team, I assign a low percentage chance that this will happen. You've got to this kind of prototype phase, so much so that the stock reacted to it. May I start by asking what percentage chance you assign Orion actually iterating or being engineered towards a consumer product?
Yeah, super high, high 90s.
Super high.
Yeah, no, we already have the next 2 products in development based on the technology we developed for Orion, and we think this is just a proof of how exciting the future is going to be as these technologies become consumer ready.
You may or may not guess that I speak to some of the team and know that that's part of the origin story. My understanding is that this is a future behavioral change that humans have to make, right? Right now I have a smartphone, I have a laptop, and that's the price point you want to come in at. One day Orion or its next generation sibling will be priced at a high-end laptop PC. What is that price point? And is, give me something here. Will I be coming back to Menlo in 10 years and finally looking at it in a consumer form? Or is it something more real than that?
Long before 10 years. I think we're more than 1 year away, less than 10 years away. But we have very clear line of sight to a consumer product. The price isn't clear to us yet. One of the big things going from a prototype like this is understanding what can we learn that allows us to simplify, or what do we need to keep in future designs, and that's going to control where the price lands. But we really want to get this into a price point, a form factor that not just consumers use it, but developers want to build for it.
The breakthrough in technology is actually in a material, silicon carbide, that allows for all of this in the lenses. How's the supply chain look like for silicon carbide for somebody that wants to do consumer tech?
Yeah, silicon carbide was the first place we looked for super high index glass that's refractive, and that's really important for what we do for these lenses. I will say it's an incredibly difficult material to produce and to work with. And so we are also looking at multiple different materials that we could use to replicate this functionality, and again, at a hopefully more competitive price point.
I'm trying to sort of think holistically about everything that's happened today. When I moved to California 6 years ago, you were a social media company, and then you got absolutely hammered by the markets for being a very big loss-making unit of a hardware company for the metaverse. Now you're very focused on AI. Which of those is it?
It's all of those. I mean, until earlier this year, Facebook's fundamental AI research group reported to me. And I think it's not a loss, it's an investment. And today you got to see for yourself what that kind of investment can get you. And I think that's one of the things where if you are looking towards the future and you realize these curves kind of overlap one after the other, PC and the internet and phones, there is another curve that's going to happen, and we believe it's spatial computing.
Mark talked about how when it comes to interaction with your AI products, Meta AI, which is now through a generation of Llama 3.2, I think he said 500 million active users. But where are they actively using it?
Well, one of the great advantages that we have is a large and engaged base of consumers who want to use AI, but they want to use it in ways that are really comfortable with them. We already have apps that they're using, WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook, and Instagram. And so integrating these AI tools into something they already use every day is a way to make it much more accessible and frankly much more useful to them.
But I guess the point of my question is the origin of that user's enthusiasm. Are they people that are principally using WhatsApp, or they're still kind of the legacy Facebook user?
It's across all the surfaces, and the usage differs across each surface. The things that I'm going to ask when I'm on the group chat and I want to ask Meta AI a question turn out to be different than the ones when I'm creating content for Instagram.
For our Bloomberg Television and radio audiences worldwide, we're speaking to Meta's Chief Technology Officer, Andrew Bosworth, aka Boz,
Yep.
to the thousands of people that work here. You're a technology guy. Go on your Instagram when you're driving to work in your electric vehicle, you're filming the experience through your Meta Ray-Bans.
That's right.
But loads of people just aren't ready for that. And, what is it about each iteration or generation of hardware you bring out that makes you think, okay, this will be it. This will be the year where consumers start filming the world around them and interacting with an AI, a voice assistant, through the glasses on their face?
Yeah, these things happen slowly and then kind of all at once. When you can replace an existing use case, people can switch very quickly. For me at least, having Meta AI Assistant on my Ray-Ban Meta glasses has been game-changing, especially because I have young kids who are constantly asking me questions to which I do not know the answer. On the other side, things like using augmented reality glasses to replace your phone, that's going to take a lot longer. We have to build a lot more value there. And that's where the commitment that we have, frankly, from Mark Zuckerberg all the way down is so important.
I was here 24 hours ago and I was able to try out Orion. I hope the team in New York can pull up the video for those watching on TV. But the frank reality of it is, through the article that I wrote or the piece we put on social media, the world out there cannot get a sense of what that's like until you show them. Is there a way you can bridge it? You know, you said somewhere between a year and 10 years for Orion as a consumer product, but what's your strategy to make people see that this is real?
The good news is full AR isn't the only option. So you take the Ray-Ban Meta glasses that we have, and we've just announced so many new features for today. What if these have a display in them? Maybe it's not a super wide field of view, maybe it's not holograms in space, but it adds to the experience. So there's not just one set of products coming in full AR, there's a whole suite of products coming between here and there.
Boz, I talked about Reality Labs getting, I think I said slammed by the markets, but that was a big preoccupation. The story's changed insofar as, like, the hardware's popular.
Yeah,
you know, Meta
right.
Ray-Ban, dare I say the P word, profitability of some of the things of which you're responsible for.
Yeah, for us, I mean, obviously the major focus is getting this technology to be great, getting it in the hands of people, and like many Silicon Valley companies, focusing on profitability when we've got the scale with the platform that we believe it's capable of.
Part of the Orion experience is that it's like a triumvirate of pieces of hardware.
That's right.
And you have the wrist part, which controls the hand gestures. It's like a left click on a mouse with a computer.
That's right.
And it got me thinking about other areas that you've looked at. So when is the Meta Watch coming?
The neural interface on your wrist is a perfect place to put a watch. We're one so inclined. And it's also a great way to get AI responses and look at your pictures, now that I think about it. So I think we talk about this as a constellation of devices that work together. So whether you have smart AI glasses like these ones, or you have full AR glasses, whether you have a watch or a wristband, when you've got the compute, whether it's on your puck or some other thing, they all work together in concert to deliver this amazing experience.
As we work towards this idea that Meta's an AI company, where do you want to see the investment? A lot's made of how many NVIDIA GPUs Meta's going to make. I think for you, the relationship with Meta's kind of output's a bit different. Where do you want to see the company move a bit quicker?
Very few have benefited as much as we have from Meta's AI investment. I mean, if you think about how we do hand tracking, how we do the SLAM that keeps these things located, how we do not just the assistant on the glasses, but also even the image stabilization we do on the glasses, these are all deep AI systems, pioneered by the expert AI teams we have here. In the metaverse, being able to describe a world and having it come to life would really help creators get to the point that we see the metaverse becoming a really rich user-generated world. And so for us, like, we see them as very, very co-aligned in terms of pursuing the same future.